I'm Michael Dean, and this show is really about AI and how we can help people that are over 50 understand what it all means, how it's going to help us, how it will improve things, experiences we do in life, and and some of the things you can plan out and how fast it is to really help. My wife and I have used it for a number of activities as we've gone into retirement, all the way from writing emails to writing letters to helping kids with homework, and also to how to plan a trip. There's just an infinite number of things that's coming up. I think one of the best quotes I saw is that you'll see that a lot of people are trying to develop this stuff, and yes, there are a lot of different ones, but we're going to use Chat GPT to do that initially here. At times in the future on some of these broadcasts, we may show other ways to do things with other tools that are being developed. It's a very fast moving market, and it is going to really impact the way we all live and improve our life experiences. So in this case on ChatGPT, well, we're going to plan a trip and we're going to use the iPhone. You can use your computer, you can use your iPad, do all that, but the point is that a lot of times when we're doing this, as my wife has explained to me, we're doing this on the fly, so it's not sitting at a desk doing it. So we're going to use the iPhone to show you how versatile it is and how some of the things come back. And in future shows, we'll keep doing that. At some point, we may use stuff from a desktop. And when you do Chat GPT, there's a free version and a subscribe version. I'm using a subscribe version, but the free version will get you just some of the same information. So let's go plan a trip. And in this case, we're going to plan a trip to go to Barcelona, Spain. And we're going to ask ChatGPT to tell us a number of things, such as we're going to be there on the 13th of May through the 16th of May. We're going to end up on a cruise ship after that. We're staying at the Meridian Hotel. We're going to ask it to tell us all of the different museums and churches we can go visit. We're going to ask it to tell us, where can we eat and how to enjoy food, and how can we see the city better, and oh, by the way, give us a list of websites so that we can go book those trips. And in the end, provide all this stuff back to us in ChatGPT and put it in a PDF file so we can email that file to ourselves or to your spouse or to other people that are traveling with you and get the results. So let's go look at that video, or not video, but let's go look and see how we do this. Okay, so here is the iPhone I have open, and as you can see in the right hand corner is ChatGPT. It's an app. Every time I show this to somebody, they want to know, well, how do you get that app? So before we do that, let's go out to the App Store. We'll type in ChatGPT, and we'll do a search for it, and it's going to come up here. And what you do is, there it is in the middle, ChatGPT, the official app by OpenAI. Make sure that's the one you're getting. It says here update because I already have it. But if you didn't have it, you'd get it and you'd send it out. And again, it's ChatGPT, the official app by OpenAI. And that's the one you want. And that's where we'll be running this demo from in terms of how we're using the product. So again, we're going to go back here now to the browser after you've went through this, and kind of show you how to operate the app and what you do and how we plan a trip. So here we go. We're back on the browser, and we're going to click on that Chat GPT over there and open the app, and it's going to take us out to the Chat GPT site. In this case, I have a subscription, but it's also free. But one of the things we're going to do is we're going to use the microphone from the iPhone versus typing something in. What I find is, a lot of people are just used to being at a desktop on a computer and typing this out. But what you'll find is, as people are more mobile, like myself and my wife, or we're traveling, you want to use that microphone, and you want to use it like Siri, and you're going to speak in, and you're going to ask it what you want it to do. And in this case, we're going to ask it to plan out a trip that we're going to do. So here, it's going to go off here in a second. And when it does, you could also do this from an iPad, or you could do the microphone also from your desktop. But again,
this mobility issue is a big issue, and you'll see. So here we go. We're going to ask it to plan a trip to Barcelona, Spain, where we'll be staying at the Meridian Hotel from May 13th through May 16th. We only have a half a day on the 16th because of going on a cruise. And we'd like you to give us a schedule of events and places to visit, including museums, churches, places to eat, websites for each on how to make reservations at the museums and the churches, and how to make reservations at the restaurants and places of interest to visit. And then finally, what we really wanted to do at the very end is we want it to produce a PDF file as we've made this request of the request, so then we can email that to ourselves or text it to ourselves or print it off. So now here it goes. It's recorded that Siri request just like we described, and it comes back. And in this case, you can look it over. You can make changes if it didn't come out right, but we're fine with that. We're going to click on that little arrow on the right there with the black arrow, and now it's going back to Chat GPT, and it's inputting all that stuff we asked in Siri from a word standpoint in there, and it's going to go retrieve how it interprets what you have. Now, what you're going to find interesting about this is it will do some iteration back and forth here. So here it comes back, says, great. We got activities near your hotel, the Meridian, church and museum, transportation options, entry ticket prices, dining suggestions, etc. And then they're going to compile that into a PDF. And then before they begin, they're asking us some questions. So here goes the thing going back and forth. Pace. Do you prefer to be in a relaxed pace? Walking. Are you comfortable walking several miles, or do you want to take taxis and buses? Dining. What kind of food preferences do you have? Do you want to see museums and churches? Yes. Do you want to do some shopping? All that. So after it's asked all that, we're going to respond back, and we're going to say, they're saying once they have those preferences, they'll design the itinerary and generate the PDF. So here it comes, and we're going to say pace. And this time we're typing it in. Prefer relaxed. And then we're going to say walking, prefer to walk. Not afraid of several miles. Then we're going to come back and say, we want local cuisine in terms of restaurant recommendations. And then the last thing we're going to tell it is we would like to go see some of the key museums and churches, including the Sagrada Familia and the Picasso Museum as examples over these 3 days. And after we kind of type that back in, you could have done this with the microphone, by the way, but I just kind of wanted to show you can type it back in. We're going to hit that little black button there and hit go, and it's going to go in and respond back what they were asking us back into ChatGPT, and ChatGPT is going to take all that information, and we hit the enter key, and it's going to take that information back in and respond back. So now what it's going to come back and do, it's going to tell us exactly how it planned all that out over the May 13th through the 16th. And it'll give us a daily activities list and list out how that does. And it takes a few minutes here to do that. And it's going to come back. I said, perfect. Now let's begin building your day-by-day Barcelona itinerary. Relaxed place, local cuisine, meeting, the museums, looking at Meridian, Barcelona. The daily agenda with estimated times, transportation, museum and churches, lunch and dinner reservation places, etc. So then please proceed again, because it was asking it in another way, coming back and forth. So here's a detailed, schedule. Day 1, going to the Meridian, tells us when we can check into our hotel. Going to a restaurant in the evening with Mediterranean Spanish food, offers creative thing. Again, giving you how to make reservations with a link to the websites. Day 2, taking you to the Sagrada Familia, the church. And again, it's telling you what the hours of operation on it, how you get tickets, how you get maybe a guided tour. It's going to give you the website, estimated cost, how do you book it in advance from that website. And then it's going to tell you now day 2 or day 3. Or actually, no, it's going to, I'm sorry. We're going to go now and talk about what they're going to do in the afternoon. And you're going to take a lunch, at a seafood place. And they're telling you where that is and what the address is and how to get a reservation. And then you go in the afternoon to the Casa Batillo, another masterpiece church that has a unique design with the opening hours and the estimated costs and the website to get in. And then transportation from that to these areas back and forth to your hotel. And then day 3, it's going to come back and it's going to tell you the Picasso Museum and the opening hours and the estimated cost, where you book it, and transportation, how to get there from your hotel. And then it's coming back and telling you, how to have lunch, and you're going to have it at the Picasso Museum, and it gives you how to book the reservation there with a website. And in the afternoon, it's Gothic Quarter, and you're going into a labyrinth area of medieval streets filled with history. Barcelona cathedrals, another example of Gothic architecture, showing you the hours, estimated cost, and how to get, reservations. And finally, in the evening, it's telling you, here's a description of authentic Spanish dinner. Again, how to get reservations, and reservations are required. So it's giving you that, 3 days before the 16th when we leave at noon. And now we're going to say, please generate a PDF file, because I want to be able to print this off. I want to be able to save this. I want to be able to email it to myself, etc., etc. And based on all that, what's that schedule look like? And again, with the websites and for reservations and emailing, etc. So now we're going to hit that little black button again on the right, and it's going to go out and it's going to start generating this PDF file. Now, when the PDF file comes up, you'll notice that down in the very left-hand corner is this little buttons that you see like when you're on your iPhone. That is a little arrow thing, and when you click on that, you can email from that, you can print from that, you can text it from that, you can send it to friends from that, etc. And so that's really important, because you don't want to have to keep going back to Chat GPT to relook at this thing it's generated to you. And oh, by the way, you may want to make some adjustments to this ongoing after you've looked at it. Say, that isn't exactly what I want. I want to go in and do some more search. What I find is on Chat GPT, I'm doing so many requests out there, I would lose all this stuff. Or it's not that I lose it, but I have to go find it in the stack of information that I've pulled. And so I'm really letting the process go here where I want to either print this, text it, email it, etc. from that little button on the very bottom of the PDF file when it gets generated. So now here it comes back, and it's saying you can now download the PDF. So boom, we're going to click on that download, and you're going to see this PDF file come up. And from this, here comes the thing. If you look in the very bottom down there on the left, there's that little button with an arrow, and you see the whole thing there. If you click on that, you can email this to yourself, text this to yourself, print from this, send it to your wife, send it to your friends, etc. And then, once you've seen all that, then we're basically done with the search. So I wanted to show you how you could plan a trip. My wife and I have done this several times on other trips. We use this as a simple example. We've done other trips, in the U.S., all over the place, and they all come back with all kinds of interesting information. And I can tell you, you have to iterate back and forth, and you may have to do it a couple times. But again, I want to say thank you for being on our site, and please subscribe to our channel. And also, if you like this, hit like. And if you have any questions, please ask questions. And down below, we'll have links to how you download ChatGPT from Apple's website. So again, thank you, and I look forward to you in our next version of this, which is going to be a little bit different, but I think you'll find to be very, very interesting. Thank you.